In this video, I'm going to talk to you all about the difference between a grant that is free money and down payment assistance that is actually a loan. So let's stick around to learn more. Down payment assistance comes in different variations. It's not always the same thing. Sometimes when you hear about down payment assistance, you automatically assume that it's free money, and that's not always the case. So a grant is free money. A grant is money that's given out by, the government or nonprofits or local organizations that want to contribute towards the first-time home buyers, usually first-time home buyers, down payment. There are different variations of that, and sometimes those have strict guidelines that you do have to follow in order to actually qualify for those grants. So even though it's free money, you still have to qualify for the guidelines according to what that organization has set up for you to be able to receive those free funds. Typically, you'll see this often with grants that the minimum credit score requirement can be as high as 640 just to receive the grant. And then on top of that, you may have to do some additional things as far as, sitting to receive certifications, classes, things like that. You have to also do in order to receive that grant. So it just depends on the organization that you go to receive that grant and what their guidelines are. But what you'll find is that many of those guidelines are going to require you to be able to either participate in some sort of program or to have a credit score minimum requirement. And sometimes the funds aren't available. Sometimes those grant funds do run out of money. They run out of money because they're limited with the amount of funds they're able to distribute per year. And sometimes you will find that if you go to a local organization that offers grants for first-time home buyers for down payment assistance, they sometimes will be out of funds. So the second type of down payment assistance is a second mortgage. Second mortgage, it has the options to be repayable or forgivable. So one thing you need to know is that sometimes, like I said, when you hear down payment assistance, you automatically assume that, it's a grant. Nope, not always the case. And you'll find that many governmental or local organizations and institutions provide this type of down payment assistance where it is, in fact, a second mortgage. However, there are options out there for those second mortgages to be forgiven after a certain amount of time. So let me give you an example. You get down payment assistance where the second mortgage is amortized for between 10 to 15 years. And they say, okay, once you commit to these 10 to 15 years, there is going to either be a balloon payment where you have to either refinance this or sell the home in order to have that second mortgage completely wiped away, or it will be forgiven if you are consistent with your payments, on-time payments, for a certain amount of time, usually 60 months, which is about 5 years, 5 consecutive years. So each institution, each governmental institution or local institution who offers this funding will give you an idea of how long it will take for you to stay committed to that loan before you can have it forgiven. One thing you want to keep in mind is with the second loan or the second mortgage is that the interest rates are going to be typically higher because you are going to be paying for the rate on the first mortgage and the second mortgage. Many people think that in that case with the second loan as the down payment assistance, that it's a program on its own, and it's not a program on its own. Typically, second lien funding for the down payment assistance is approved already with the first lien mortgage. That means that whatever the organization is offering for the first lien mortgage, it's a combined loan. Usually that is the case. You won't find it where it's a second lien program for down payment assistance and you have a lender that you're using at a different organization and you're like, oh, can you help me get down payment assistance? They're going to tell you you're going to have to use their first lien mortgage in order for you to get the second lien mortgage, which is the down payment assistance. So those programs are usually already approved with the first mortgage, and you are required to use that first lien mortgage lender in order to get the second lien down payment assistance or the second mortgage down payment assistance. So I hope that gives you enough information and knowledge that you need to know to understand the difference between what a grant is and what a second loan down payment assistance option is. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Click the link below if you're wanting to learn more information about this program and how you can actually be a beneficiary of it. We do offer assistance with you being able to get access to the funding within our network. We're here to help first-time homebuyers and concurrent homebuyers that are in the market right now needing down payment assistance because of the economical environment. You know, many want to save their money, and I'm all for it. But our whole objective is to help those get access to this funding so that they'll be able to begin to build generational wealth for themselves and their family, build a legacy for themselves and their family. And on top of that, get into homeownership, own a home of their own. So yeah, if you would like more information, don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel, but also click the link below to talk to one of our specialists, down payment assistance strategists and specialists, to be able to give you more assistance in you getting access to this funding. Have a good day.